Alright, so this is a video just showing you how to change some of the default things in Microsoft Word. The one I'm using is Microsoft Word for Mac, and it's part of 365, so it's constantly updated. One of the biggest problems we have is, depending on where you get your version of Word from, it may be set to quite a few different settings. So I know in China, like a lot of it will be in Chinese, and it will be set for certain things, like the font will be set to one that is preferred for Chinese characters. So I just wanted to go through how to change some of these things, and the easiest way to change them is up here at the very top of the screen, so not in the normal window, but up here at the menu, and go to Format and click Font. So from here, it takes a second to open, but from here we can set whatever we want it to be. So I think, if I remember right, see, mine doesn't even have it because I've got a different version of Word, but you will have, unless it's down here, yours, like Dengxiang, like this is going to be probably what the default is. So what you want is either Times New Roman, Calibri, Arial, something like that, and we want font size 12, font style regular, right? So you can change these kinds of things in here, and then what you can do is click default. So down here, you can just click default, and it says, do you want to set the default font to all of these things, right? For this document only, or all documents based on the normal template. So if you click that and click OK, what will happen is now every time you open Word and create a new document, it'll be set to that. Now, I know that for your Chinese classes, you may need to have it be in Chinese in a different font, but if you think about it in IB, almost every single class, you're going to be writing your IA, your EE, all of these things in English, your college, the personal statements and all this stuff, it's all going to be in English, so you might as well set up Word for English, and then instead of changing it every time you need to write in English, you can just change the font when you're typing in characters, right? So let's go back up to Format up here and go to Paragraph. So the other thing is, the big thing is that pretty much everything, all your IAs and EE, they want them double spaced. And very frequently, especially on first drafts, you forget, which the first draft is where it's really important because we need that space to write comments and to give you, annotations and stuff like that. So you just go, there's indents and line spacing, you just go down here and click on double, right? And then you can, I don't think there's anything else we need from this one. So then again, we can just say set as default, all documents based on the normal template, click OK. Alright, so let's go back up to here, so Format, Document. And here's where your margins are. Now these originally are probably set to 2.54 centimeters, or it'll be set to 1 inch. I think it's way too big for most things, and I don't know why this has been the standard for decades and decades, so I'm not really sure why that is. Going back to typewriter days again, so I like 1.7. You can make it whatever you want. Certainly if you have like a letterhead or something, you have to change that. But and then, so that's it, apply to whole document. You can also here go into page setup at the bottom. The other thing is that depending on where you got your version of Word again, what's standard in the United States is US letter, right? But pretty much everywhere else in the world uses A4. So we can just click OK. And then once we set our layout, here's if you wanted to have it set up differently and all those kinds of things for like whether you want headers and footers and landscape or portrait or however you want to do that. And then again, we just click default down here at the bottom. Do you want to change the page setup? Yes, I do. So don't worry, you can always change it back. It's not a big deal. So that's just how we can format what these things look at, and then now the next time I open a new document, it will open it adds that default. One more quick thing I want to show you again is how to change the dictionary, because if you're doing, Word has a great spelling and grammar check, but if it's set to Chinese and you're typing in English, it's not going to check any of those things for you. So all we have to do is go way up to the top again, up to the menus, go to Word and click Preferences. So this should come up here. We go to spelling and grammar, so we click on that. And then here it says dictionary, so I'm going to click on dictionary, and mine is set to English US. Yours may be set to Chinese or whatever, so you can set this how you want it to be and then just click OK. You can actually put more than one dictionary in here, but it can get a little messy. Remember that just because you have spell check, the word care, C-A-R-E, if you are typing and didn't press the E button well enough and you have the word car, well, that's obviously still a word, so it's not going to check everything. You still have to read it. But this just helps, especially with grammar and stuff in English. So that's all that we're looking at today. If you have questions, let me know.